Alright, good day ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're continuing our playthrough of Captains of Industry. This is Gareth with you, and my channel, Whatchamacallit Gaming. So, last time we pretty much just reorganized and got everything working. We got our upgraded fuel systems working a bit. How much are we digging into these fuel reserves? Ugh, we're still doing perfectly fine. That's not going to be a problem. We got power generation, once again, not a problem. Our next generation of vehicles is coming up, but we need to make steel, I believe, for these, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, steel and glass. That may be a slight hiccup, because I think you only unlock glass quite a bit later in the tech tree. Or have I already unlocked it? Desalination plant. Now, as far as I know, we've unlocked steel there. We've got our next generation of conveyor belts, so that's going to be fun. As far as I know, glass comes quite a bit later in the tech tree. Now, where is it hiding? That's too far, unless they reorganize things and I missed it, which is not a problem. Advanced smelting. Okay, where is it? Okay. Ah, glass making. Okay, yeah, it's part of the next tech. Before we can do anything. Okay, I thought it was there, so we're going to have to, primarily what we want to do then is get steel production up and running. Because we need that. We've already unlocked the next generation of that, but we need steel. So what do we need to make steel since it's here? We need oxygen, molten steel, and a furnace. Okay. That's going to be fun. Luckily, we've already pretty much got our production set up here, which is fine. So we can just build a whole new section and dedicate it directly to steel production. So that's really not going to be a problem. That's actually quite easy. Now I want to copy. Okay, but if memory serves, we don't need these front buildings. We just need the back ones actually. So let's just cut these off for now. Delete that. Now we want, okay, cool casting takes us from molten steel to that, and to make molten steel we need molten iron, which we'll produce here, and we need the oxygen facility. So, where is our oxygen facility? Air separator will produce oxygen and nitrogen. We can just bleed that off, and we can cheat water in with the usual stuff. Okay, so that's not going to be a problem. We just need to connect these up. Oops. And we can continue on our way. Oh right, we've now upgraded to the next tier. Okay, we'll worry about upgrading the next tier of stuff after we finish building, because that's just going to be a pain in the butt. Oops, deleted. What did I delete here by accident? Let me just see how this is arranged. Okay, that's the coal thing I'm capturing. Okay, that explains why I'm getting a bit confused. This is not a problem. We don't need that right now. What we need is just to remove this section. And are we lined up? Not even remotely. That should do it. Okay, iron ore, coal, waste product. Yeah, we can upgrade this all as we go along. We don't need to rush, because once everything's built, then I'll upgrade them all to the next generation of belts. I still would love to know if they must add it, or if they've not added it already and I've just missed it, a quick way to upgrade the belts instead of having to click upgrade. Because going through all these belts is a royal pain in the butt. Okay, now then, that's done. Buildings are set. Okay, that's fine. Air separation. So that's going to come next. I know later on we're probably going to end up using the nitrogen, but for now we'll just dump it. Oxygen first, and that produces liquid steel, and then we'll use the cool caster to produce things. This is our next step. Plenty, as far as that's concerned. Main reason for doing this way, even though it takes up extra space as far as running connections is, we'll 100% guarantee that we're going to get full production from all equipment to feed into our plants. We're not going to end up where one of these is going to get production from, say, 2 of them at the same time, 2 products versus 1. It does take up room, it does cause, because I mean we've got this whole gap, but we're going to use this gap for running our oxygen supply. Okay, and then we can just go right here. Ah. Okay, that's not quite what I want to do. Why did it not connect here? I have no idea. Okay. And because I hit the wrong button, it cancelled everything. Okay, so that happened. What button do I keep pressing here? Let's see, that's up, that's down. Oh, I keep hitting the cut button. Why do I get the horrible feeling? Yeah. That pipe is just in the wrong place. No, it's not going to work. It has to come there because just shortly after that it will come down, connect there. Alright. Okay. Cool casting. So that's where that comes in, so we're going to have to move this a bit forward. quite the way I wanted to run it, but we don't have a choice in the matter. Does mean we're going to run into production problems, because this facility at the end is only going to get production from one casting building, so that's not going to help us. So this whole system isn't going to work very well at all, if at all. So we're going to have to run an S, so we're going to have to run here and come back, because we need to make sure that all the facilities are getting a full run at the same time. May have to push this further away. Yeah, this doesn't actually look very nice, but there's not very much we can do about it. We could have it run 1-to-1, but I normally don't do that, because then if I wanted to, for whatever reason, if I wanted to expand this way, if I'm running this 1-to-1, then there's no real room to expand, because then if I want to expand this production, I have to expand this production, which is going to be just a pain in the butt. Does this need any special materials? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. Now water tanks. Yeah, I guess that's okay. In this particular case, we can actually have this one just run straight. But this one's going to have to go up. It's going to have to run this length. Okay, so that's how it wants to do it. There's nothing I can do about it. Alright, now it's just storage, I guess. How do I want to store? Ah, that's not going to work because we don't have the right components to produce it. At least when we cheated, we did actually have the production capability to make these tier 2 parts, but we don't have that right now, so we can't do that. Oh, why did you do that? Maybe it just interpreted because I double clicked there as that's supposed to be 2 off. Okay, there's basically our steel production is going to come online. Now we're going to make tier 2 construction parts. Luckily we can do that. So let's double check what they need. Steel and construction. Okay, that's not going to be difficult at all to handle. It's right here. Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. I bumped the mic. I hope it won't be too loud for you. Okay. just siphon off here? It's possible. Just need to remove this quick. Where are you trying to go? Okay, I don't understand why these vehicles are stuck. Ah, right. Ah. My bad. Okay, for now we'll just plug it here. What, you mean it has to recover to a tier 1 facility? No, it's happy recovering to a tier 2 facility. That's fine. Right, that'll work quite nicely, all things considered. We really need to upgrade these facilities. Production isn't exactly through the roof. You hit a block anywhere, we end up in trouble. Okay, why aren't you producing? Oh, you've got too many parts. You also too many parts. Hiccup has come in, we're fresh out of wood. But we are getting more, so it's not a big hiccup. Yeah, it's working slowly, because now everything has to make its way down here. But it is working. Pipes aren't mixed up again, are they? It doesn't look like it. Main drawback is wood production by the looks of it. Or is it something else? No, it's not iron. We've got plenty of iron. Oh no, it is iron that's giving us a slight hiccup. But it's not like we're not producing enough of it, it's giving us a slight hiccup. I wonder if I can reorganize this quick. Yeah, okay, I'm going to reorganize this quickly. Okay. Pause quick. Yeah, hang on a minute. There we go. That'll also just take care of any slow delivery problems, because we have to travel all the frickin' way down this belt and feed these at the same time. That does mean our trucks on this side are going to have to get their butts in gear. But as we upgrade the belts, as we upgrade the vehicles, it's not going to be a big problem. Alright, let's just grab our captain's cheats here and go to the shipyard. We want construction parts 2, just so we don't, so we can keep going. Oops. What are you short of? Oh, these are all tier 3? Did I use tier 3 by accident? Ah, bugger, I must have. Alright, I'm just gonna skip through this. Just so we can get going. Okay, once everything speeds up a bit, we should be fine. Now comes the fun bit, reorganizing all these conveyor belts into tier 3 conveyor belts. Oh, sorry, tier 2 conveyor belts, the whole upgrade thing. And of course it registers each of these as an individual section, not as a complete conveyor belt. Okay, I'm just going to pause for a second. I want to check, maybe I have missed and there is a quick way to do these conveyor belts. If not, well, then we do it by manually. Okay, one sec. Alright, took a quick look. Nope, the only way to upgrade the belts is to manually hit each of these one at a time. Rahoo. I have to admit, this is my only current grievance with this game. I mean, it's a truly wonderful game. Lots of fun to play. But I would really like them to add a quick belt upgrade and a quick pipe upgrade. Because yesterday, because this is... what would be the word? Not... yeah, I can't actually think of the correct term right now, but very, very tedious. There's the word. That's the one I was looking for. Tedious. To have to go through one at a time, especially these little pieces, when you've got complex structures all covering a single area. Multiple belts, multiple connection points, and now you have to go through each and every one to upgrade all the belts. It can be extremely tedious. I forgot to do something, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, I forgot to put the cheat mode on that water there by our steel production, so I'll go do that now. Come on. I think these are all pipes. They don't need... okay, so that's the basics for this general. This is like the smallest thing I can do at the moment. Okay, there we go. Ah, boy, this is where the fun bit comes in. Any other small connections with belts? Just here. I'm basically trying to get all the small stuff done first, because, yeah, this is not going to be fun. As soon as we get, or what's it, fertilizer, I can then set the farms to continuous food production rather than just the individual breaks. That'll definitely speed up all food related production, which is what we need. I'll admit, it does strike me a bit odd in this game that every town in every area is apparently completely self-sufficient, with no flaws, no problems, because you can't really trade food for stuff. I think you can trade potatoes, but beyond that, nothing much. Well, you can trade for food, but I don't remember. Let me just double check it once I've finished here, whether there's actually a place that you can trade food for a product rather than the other way around. This farm? No, you can trade construction parts for food. This place? No food trading at all. So apparently, no one in the apocalypse has any food trouble. Neat. Love to live in that civilization. Okay, it has installed. It is producing. It's just taking its sweet time. Because steel production is too slow. Even with the boosted production. Okay, let's start at this end. I'm going to start with the long connections, and then I'll move to where we have to get to everything. Yes, 548. That's some of it. Major upgrades. Major upgrades. Extremely tedious to just do this one section at a time. The more sections you have, the longer it takes. And the more likely you're going to miss something, and then you'll have one section going at full power, and then all of a sudden it'll slug out because you missed this one teeny tiny section to upgrade, and then you have to try and go through it and see there. Now, I do understand what the concept behind different tech level belts are, especially for those who play this game properly and seriously. You can use the slower belts to control your output or input, and use the faster belts to make sure that all your factories have the resources they need, so you get your perfect balance of production versus incoming resources. But to me, as I've always played with all the games, all the construction games, Satisfactory, Factorio, I much prefer to just, okay, if I've got a new generation of belt, let me upgrade everything. I mean, in Satisfactory, that can be quite a mission when you've got half the map occupied with upgrades, facilities, but still, that's my preferred thing to do. I don't like... If I develop new technology, I want to use the new technology. I don't want to just stick with the old stuff all the time. It just becomes quite tedious when you have to then upgrade every single blinking thing one at a time. That, oops, somehow still managed to grab. Okay, I haven't quite got this yet. Alright, that's done. We have copper refinement here too. For now, I'm not worried about copper refinement. We're doing quite well as far as just about everything is going. It's just that's been upgraded, so resources are now coming in at speed. Now comes the fun bit, getting everything else done. 20 to 1, did I miss? Yes, I did. That's what I mean by, I would love it if they could just give you could select a belt, and then you can drag the belt over the whole thing and upgrade it all at once. No fuss, no muss. It may take time for your vehicles to deliver all the necessary resources to complete the task, but yes, would that be a time saver and a half. Okay. Just gonna pause it here, have a quick bite to eat, and then we can continue this dance. Alright, welcome back. Just had a quick snack. And now we can continue what we were doing. I just took the liberty while I was eating just to complete all the conveyor belt upgrades, so you didn't have to sit through all that. And then we were having iron ore problems, so I set up my little cheat feed. It's not that we're not mining enough iron ore, it's just the trucks don't carry enough. I also took the liberty of building more trucks, because we had the upgrade. So now we have 62 trucks, pickup trucks. And that's still not enough. The other really interesting thing was, we finished all the research just as we finished filling up all the recyclables. So our next step now is to get rid of the recyclables and then build the next series of upgrades for these facilities. So, I'm not going to dismantle these buildings because I want the material. So our next step now is recycle it, to recycle the waste production plant. That's what we need now. But now we need to select where we're going to build it, that it doesn't get in the way of any of our other production. This will probably continue this way. This may continue this way. So where can we pull out a chunk of space? Maybe here? What are our tree harvesters doing? Because they're supposed to be cutting the trees down here, and they're all the frickin' way over there. That's something I've never figured out with this. They should start this end and make their way that end, because these were the first trees I selected. But for whatever reason, they start here initially and then immediately go to the other end. I'm not sure if it's some sort of balancing system, or is it just the way they're set up? I have no idea. Alright, I think we can upgrade these. Might as well do a quick delivery. Upgrade our fuel depots so we can get more fuel per station. And then I just wanted to check, we should be able to produce... where is it? It's not here? It's here. So we can make organic fertilizer, which requires compost, which we will get when we use the city's recycling facility. No, not there. Here. Should be transformer waste collection, biomass collection. That one we can use to begin making organic fertilizer, which will help. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get our recycling plant up and running. That's the right one, yeah. Not quite sure how the plan is with these double exits. Doesn't really matter, but still. Okay, there we go. It should collect, it should process. Since we have the spare parts, and the truck's already busy. Alright. And when once that's empty, we can begin building the next generation of research fields. I just hope this is actually going to work, because I have had it where I've got the recycling plant up and running. It is running at full power, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, no, this one looks like it's working. Yes, looks like we are getting waste product. Then the next step for us is to recycle the waste product. So we're getting scrap copper and we're getting scrap iron. Then we can dismantle this whole place because we're not going to need it, because we're going to move on to the next level of research. It should require nitrogen. Okay. Where do we get nitrogen from? Okay, chemical plant, steel, nitrogen. So, we can manufacture it right here. We can actually run the gas right through here, and it would work, and we can siphon the steel off right there. Now, which production facility? Chemical distiller. Chemical plant. This makes fertilizer. Oh yeah, but hydrogen. For hydrogen we get some water. We'll have to see if we can make this level 1 fertilizer. Oops. Sorry, that's the one I wanted. I want that one. Okay. Oh dear. Bugger. Okay, we'll have to look at that then. Slight oopsie on my part. Now this, what kind of product is this? Oh, it's not a gas, it's an actual product. Okay. Wasn't 100% sure on that. I would prefer to run a conveyor belt all the way down there to make the resources, but it's just going to be too far to run. Okay, that is working now. Excellent. And we're getting a reserve build-up. Perfect. Okay, everything seems to be working. This is now empty. These are starting to fill up, but that's not a problem. What are these doing? It's like 50%. Added 50%. Yeah, we need to get rid of the slag, which just extends our coastline. So there's not a big problem either. I should probably do it. I probably won't need it, but I should probably, because copper hasn't been giving me any trouble of late. Let's just build the cheat reserve anyway. That way, if at whatever time later on in the game I end up with the same hiccup where I'm not getting nearly the production I hoped I was getting, I won't have to worry about oops, priority that. There. Now, no matter what happens, there will always be a supply of raw materials. Alright, that's working, that's working, that's working. These are empty, so they can go to be dismantled. I know you can just upgrade them, it's just I haven't at this moment, particular point in time. Running a conveyor belt from there all the way down to here is going to be a pain in the butt. Come on. Really? I somehow managed to miss one piece. Still too damn close. I was a bit too quick dismantling those research centers because I could have used it as a blueprint to build the next set. Oops. My bad. Not the neatest job. Nitrogen, keep full. Off, off. Alright. Okay. Then we follow the exact same technique we did a few minutes ago. In fact, we can continue upgrading it entirely this way. We can just move down that way as we go, or we can start going... well, we can't go this way because I intend to extend the city to here. And we may have to see about building a second city if things get a bit too overly whelmed. Okay, well, we're not gonna... oh no, we've got that there, so that's not gonna work either. Okay. Let's build our waste production storage. Then we're going to have to seriously start looking into fertilizer because we're going to need it. So our food production is not nearly as good. Now I could just build more farms, that's not a problem, we've done that. But it's actually better to just get our food production up to scratch by fertilizing, and then we don't have to worry. And then later on when we really start reaching desperate situations with food, then we know. Where are you? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not doing too badly, but it seems production here is stalled. Ah, wood. Yeah. I'm gonna have to seriously considering building a port here to ship wood in for this production. So our wood, even with these things going pell-mell, is just not sufficient. There should be 3 of them, but I see 1. Well, the rest up here somewhere. Okay, there's the other 2. But we're not in a rush to get that done. Let's see here about getting fertilizer. We have fertilizer organic, which we can produce with compost, but that relies entirely on the city producing waste. And then we've got this one, which we produce in the chemical plant. Now, the ammonia we get from hydrogen and nitrogen. And hydrogen comes in. Oh, where are you? Oh, darn it. H. Oxygen. Okay, an electrolysis machine, but we don't have electrolysis machine. We do have a gas boiler, though. But that takes in the resources, and then we've got a chemical plant, which... okay, so we can't even make fertilizer, because we can't make hydrogen yet, because we don't have a electrolysis machine, or whatever it's called. So yeah, electrolysis is here. Okay. Well, then we can prioritize this research to make sure we get there. And glass, because we want glass. Which we can build because we'll use the slag. Oh, I forgot something, haven't I? No. Have we researched it? Yes, we have. Okay. I didn't notice that. We can do guns front upgrade, guns rear upgrade, armor upgrade. Continue with modifications. And we've got plenty of spares, so that's really not a problem. And then for this facility, okay, do we want to upgrade food and move it over here? Because we're not going to be building in this area very much. So, if we upgrade the food production, put one here, one there, and we can have this one bring in, say, potatoes and vegetables. I'm not growing corn yet, so I need to do this, and this one can do bread. And then we're going to have to see here about building like that. Okay, just short. We still need more tier 3 parts. Not quite that much, thank you. Okay, let's make sure that our guys aren't going to just starve to death, because, well, that would suck. And then we can start dismantling this system, because we don't need it anymore. Of course you get stuck. Why not? Oh, bugger. Yeah, that's just one thing you gotta watch out with this. If you add this cheat icon here, and then you set the building for destruction, whatever's stored in that building will instantly be erased, because that's the way it works. If it's if you set it to keep full, it will keep full. If you set it to keep empty, the cheat will keep it empty. It'll never keep it full or empty. So you just gotta watch yourself with that one, or you're gonna run into quite a few hiccups. Okay, and that'll free up some room for other infrastructure projects where we're going to get our waste biomass and waste collection. I think we already have waste collection, so it's biomass collection that's going to come up next. And then we've got to figure out how we're going to recycle that. Okay, where are you getting stuck now? Oh. Why do you need to go there? Ah, they need it for, what's it? Okay. They needed to... Okay, so what we're going to do then is we'll copy this structure and we'll dump it right here. We'll turn this off and that off, and this off and that off. And we'll just temporarily delete this structure. This one. going to have it run, still follow the same course, but it'll run this way. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? I'm doing an under-over thing, that's what's wrong here. Okay, that's not much we can do about it then. This is going to look absolutely freaking terrible. Ah, and we're already out. That was fast. And they can get whatever they need from this building. Ah, but not of that material. There you go. Looks bad, it actually looks quite terrible, but it'll work as giving our trucks access to the resources they need so they can upgrade our ship. Okay. That'll be gone in a few minutes' time. Food production is not actually doing that badly. Now we need to grow a cornfield. We can go this way because there's more water and the trees are all gone. Just leave enough of a gap for these vehicles. Switch to corn production. Now, just what stores corn? Do you store it? No. You store it. Yes. Oops, let me just stop these guys. So we don't need these buildings at all. There's no point in wasting the resources on it to build it. I should still have access. Yep, still well within the water reserves. Okay, you should be able to set to corn food production. You will be set to corn. Now we need to develop our biomass waste treatment center. We're actually not doing too badly. We're not doing fantastically. We're not doing too badly. We're short on workers because our population level is maxed out. Okay, well then we just go further forward. That was the whole idea behind this. We could just keep moving, if you will. But now we're going to start running into trouble here because we've got scrap iron and we've got scrap copper. And I need to build the necessary facilities and feed it back into our production. Oh boy. So I could just store it, but that's pointless. Which means we're going to have to come in here, and it's going to go into... One has to come into here. Can I feed it here? Can I liquidize the stuff and feed it through here, one going this way, one going the other way? That might not be such a bad idea. Oh, wait, let me just save while I'm thinking about it, just in case of. Fortunately, I live in South Africa, and we're once again experiencing load shedding. Now, it shouldn't be a problem till quite late tonight, but still. This is South Africa. These guys sneeze and the bloody thing falls apart. And I'm not joking when I say that. I mean literally they sneeze and the bloody thing falls apart. How can I build this? This whole setup is actually too far forward. I thought I would need more room. No. But it's far too far forward. I actually need it back a bit to give me the room to expand, so. Okay. Now we're short on some other parts. And that will give me more room to work. Where are you stuck? Come on, hurry up and get here and just put all the leftover waste material there. Still haven't actually gotten around to finishing this because it's taking time to manufacture. No, the manufactured parts are fine. I didn't build a reserve. That's where the hiccup is coming in. Okay. So you see here I built a reserve system so that we could get the resources out. I have not done so here. So there's no place for the trucks to come and fetch what they need to continue production. Oops. I was feeding this and I was feeding it back around and in. Okay, so I should actually reverse this. The trucks can no longer reach here, so they can't actually deal with what needs to be done. You gotta be kidding me. You guys already screwed this up? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Bonk. And it's instantly emptied. Perfect. Hey. None of that crud. Don't worry, the population will start climbing in a few minutes. After all, we've got 1,300 people working for us, so. And voila. Now the trucks can grab what they need to grab, and we can build up a stockpile. Perfect. You guys seriously haven't removed this yet? What the hell? It's totally in my way right now. Okay, fine, stuff it. Cancel that. Keep empty. Done. And done. Okay, because now I gotta build smelters for all these facilities, so. Yeah, I'm kind of sneakily and quietly totally not interested in trying to figure out how to build our fertilizer plant right now. Oops. Well, no, it's actually not going to be a big problem. We want to recycle. This one is recycle iron. This one is recycle copper. Why is that an invalid connection? Where did I make one? Should be a, there it is, that's fine. Oops, grabbed too much piping, don't care. Perfect. Okay, now for I'm going to have to build another bridgeway because I want to walk this material to here and connect one into this section so I can run to the rear and one into this section so I can run that way. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be awkward as heck, but it's going to be fine. No? Yes. I even somehow, someway, magically predicted that I would need to do this because I left a gap. I'm running this I'm running this fine. This works fine. I have no idea how this worked out, to tell you 100% sure. Because if you guys think I've somehow predicted way there in the back I'm going to actually have to run a recycling plant like this, the answer is totally no. Totally didn't predict I'm going to have to do this. Yet somehow, some magical way, I left the necessary spacing for pipes. Guess the universe decided to play a huge trick on me, that's why. Yes, population. Yada, yada, yada. There you go. It's still way short. I haven't put an edict out to slow population growth, have I? No, I haven't. I can boost population growth, but I don't see the point of doing that, because we'll fill it up just fine later. cargo ship fuel consumption reduced by 10%. That's not too bad. And now we have a warship. Yep, which means more workers. Okay, let's bring that back online. This is working fine, so... Oh, but it would, wouldn't it? Can we turn corn into anything? Corn mash and animal feed. And through one hell of a process do we get biomass. And then we can do direct corn to biomass. Okay. We've got reserves, so it's not a case that we're not producing enough. We're not rushing research at the moment, so it's just population control that's a problem. Oops. My bad. That was not supposed to be unit indeed. So we don't need that. We are doing perfectly fine as is. These are recycling our waste materials, so this facility can keep going, which is fine. It just may be that we're going to end up with a copper blockage, but that's not going to be a big problem later on. Oh, that's why. This thing takes an enormous amount of people to get it to work straight. Now we just got to figure out what to do with this stuff. So I know we can break this down, but it's not a consistent, if you will, flow of waste material. So for now, we may just have to dump it in the ocean. Food production, we've got enough for 27 months. So over 2 years of food stockpiled and stored. So the next step is to begin major, production of fertilizer, but we need the next level of research, which we're waiting on. Cool, more refugees, awesome. What do we got here? None. We hit donate, what does it want? Okay, we can do that. We do have enough reserves here, so that shouldn't be a problem. Sawmill? Yeah, we can do the sawmill, and then we can do the other one as well. So they can just snatch it right here, and it's not going to give us any trouble. Though, wow, they got serious. Yeah, we're going to have to get the sawmill online. We're going to desperately need wood. Because we've basically, I've just left a bit of forest here, but we've basically cut all the forest down here, and then we're going to have to make our way up this way. Start chopping down more trees. And I'd like to leave a little bit of greenery, because we can't exactly, unfortunately, so far, there's no forestry service available, so, you know, there's that. Man, does this slowly travel? Oh well. We'll just say physics took a little holiday. And we can also run, though we have to somehow jump it. That's going to be a problem. May have to just jump it over here, or run it up this way, and then run it over and into for scrap steel refinement. But something tells me it's going to need a wee bit more effort than what we've got here to recycle scrap iron, because steel. Okay, no, we don't actually recycle steel. Okay, that works. Okay, just